Hello, 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 and good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Just waiting to go live on Facebook as well. Hi, Nicola. Thank you for joining. And today we have another interview with career champions. Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Let me just check. We are live on Facebook. Just a second. Technical difficulties. Hi, Marco. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Nicola. Okay. It's saying that we are live on Facebook. Can anyone comment and let me know that we are live on Facebook? That will be incredibly amazing. Hello, hello. Anyone on Facebook can confirm that we are going live for the Career Champions? Hello. I can see we are live on Facebook. I cannot see any comments as yet. If anyone is commenting on Facebook and watching from Facebook, let me know that we are live and we are kicking it. Okay, so welcome. Let's get this party started. So today we have our second interview with for the Career Champions. So let me just introduce you what Career Champions is. So Career Champions is a series of inspiring interviews with incredible people such as Titti, who have followed their passions and created a successful career doing the job they absolutely love. I just came up with this as in lockdown. I was feeling so with the lack of purpose. And then I decided one of the things that I really am passionate about is careers. The other thing is I'm very curious about people as well. So that's why I brought to you the Career Champions. Okay, just to introduce myself, my name is Lucia Margarida Pestana. I am the founder of Pestana's HR and Coaching, as well as a HR professional and training professional. I've been working in HR and training for the last 9 years. I absolutely love what I do. However, I think I've met someone that actually loves their job even more than I do. Okay, so I would love to introduce to you Titti Manetto. Titti is a bartender and mixologist. She has incredible energy, but she also, she loves what she does because it doesn't feel like she's working. Yeah. Welcome, Titti. Welcome to the interview. Welcome.
You. Hi.
Such a pleasure to have you here, and I'm really so curious to share with everyone your story because it is absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much.
So Titti, let's just start. So when did you know that being a bartender was the career for you? How did it all begin?
So basically, it all started when I first came to London 5 years ago. So before, I didn't used to drink any kind of alcohol. I didn't used to go to bars unless to drink water, basically, with my friends. So when I started working in this cocktail bar in Soho, I was a waitress. And when I first see the bartenders behind the bar making this colorful cocktail, let's say it was love at the first sight for me. So I just start asking them, "Oh, guys, please, can you teach me how to shake, how to mix cocktail?" And they were happy to do it when, of course, when I wasn't busy. So yeah, I started loving this job from the first time I saw. And I remember that one day the bar was really, really busy, and I was on the floor, but because it was a club, so for a waiter there was not so much to do. So I just basically jumped behind the bar to help my colleagues.
Titti, I forgot to ask you something. You forgot to join my live on Instagram.
Oh.
And I just realized that now. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Because the thing is, I didn't get the invitation. That's why.
You need to ask to join my live. Just log on and ask to join my live.
1 second. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Not yet. Not yet. It's waiting for you. You need to accept it. Sorry.
Yeah, I did it. Okay. I think we are.
We are.
Yeah.
Yippee! I mean, I'm so sorry, but let's face it, we're always learning new things about the technology. So anyone that is watching us either on Facebook and as well on Instagram, please accept my apologies. We're still navigating through the systems.
Well, this is my first live on Instagram as well, so we are on the same boat.
Perfect. So let's recap and start over. So, guys, allow me to introduce Titti. I thought that I was a person that really loves what I do. I really love what I do. However, I found someone that actually even loves what she does, even a little more than I do. And this person is Titti. Titti is a bartender mixologist. She's been working in London bars for 5 years, and she absolutely loves what she does because it doesn't feel like she's working. It's like, when Titti gets behind the bar and starts shaking, she feels like, that is a way of life.
I feel like I'm breathing.
Perfect. So let's start. Let's start again with the question. Titti, when did you know that bartending was the career for you? How did it all start?
So it started 5 years ago when I first came to London. So it was my first job in a bar basically, and I started as a waitress. So before that, I was in Italy, and honestly, I never had a drop of alcohol in my life. So maybe just few Coca-Cola with my friends, and that's it. So I didn't even know what was a cocktail. So when I first came to London, which is, let's say, the place where you can enjoy the best cocktail in the world, I just saw my colleagues behind the bar making these colorful drinks. I was like, oh, wow, but this is so amazing. So I started asking them questions. I started asking them when wasn't busy. I was like, oh, guys, can you please teach me how to shake or how to mix the drink? And they were happy to do it. So they started teaching me. And I remember one day, so the guys, they were so busy behind the bar, and I wanted to help them because on the floor, honestly, I had nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to jump behind the bar. I'm going to help these guys because, I mean, I'm not perfect, but few basics I know. So I jumped behind the bar, I started helping them. But then after like 10 minutes, I remember my manager calling me in the office saying, okay, Titti, you know that is a big misconduct for a waitress to go behind the bar. And I said, yes, I know, but they needed help. And he was like, no, there is no but. Now you're going home, and tomorrow I will let you know what I'm going to do with you. So, okay, so I went home, but instead of waiting for him to let me know if I was still hired for this place or not, I just take the book with all the cocktail recipe and I start studying. All night long, I studied the cocktail. So the day after, before waiting for his response, I just went to him in the office and I said, okay, I want to be bartender. I don't want to be on the floor anymore because I think I really like this job. So please just let me try. If I fail, okay, then you fire me, you do whatever you want with me, but let me try at least. And he was surprised, because he was like, okay, just go back on the floor and I will let you know. said, okay. So after 2 hours, he called me back in the office saying, okay, Titti, you want to be bartender? I said, yes. And he said, okay, so tomorrow is going to be your first trial shift as a bartender. Let's see if you can make it. I said, okay, fine. Amazing. The problem was, let's say problem, that the day after was the London Pride, which for a bar in Soho is the most busiest day of the year. So I was excited, but at the same time, I knew that it would be really, really hard. But it's okay. I done it. So I remember that day during the London Pride, I started working at 12 p.m. until 6 in the morning. So about like 14, 15 hours non-stop. And apart from few
Wow.
flying shakers, because of course it was the first time, then I remember the manager, he came to me, he shook my hand saying, okay, from tomorrow you are behind the bar, basically. And oh my God, it was the best satisfaction of my life. I could never think I could do it, honestly. But I did it. So amazing.
Wow. Wow. What an incredible story. I mean, it takes massive courage and determination to actually, step up and, face your manager and say, this is what I want to do. And it takes, I mean, obviously you took the risk of,
Yes.
coming up to him and saying, being very determined to go and go exactly for what you wanted.
Yeah, because basically, the thing I wanted to do, I wanted to be bartender. So even if that day he would fire me, I mean, yeah, I was sad because, oh my God, he's firing me. But at the same time, I was like, anyway, I want to be bartender. So even if you fire me, I'm going to find another place and I'm going to be bartender somewhere else.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. A lot of people don't get to find what they absolutely love and, and pursue that career for themselves. After knowing exactly what you want, how has this impacted your life?
Well, let's say I focus almost all my life on my job because I take my job as a passion, as a hobby sometimes. So I mean, I really love it. So sometimes my job affects my private life. There were few times I remember I was off and I was calling my manager asking him, listen, do you need help today? Because I really want to come to work. Because I don't know, when I'm behind the bar, I'm breathing basically. It's something that just who loves his job, even if it's not bartender. I mean, it can be any other job. But if you really love your job, it's like without it, you feel lost. And I feel like this.
Good. I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, I think that your employer must be really super happy to have someone that is so dedicated and especially that wants to come even on the day off to serve and to help out. Is incredible. I mean,
well, if I say this to my friends, they think I'm crazy.
Well,
but
I don't.
Thing is that I don't do well. I do this, of course. I work for money, but for me, it's not just about this. I mean, I know that maybe if I go work in an office, let's say, I can earn more money. But I don't care, honestly. I prefer to earn maybe less, but do what I like. So wake up in the morning and say, oh, yes, I'm going to work today. And unless to instead of waking up and say, oh my God, I'm going to work. You know what I mean?
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing to, I love what I do, and when I see someone that is even more enthusiastic than I am, it just brings me a lot of joy because, once you do, what you love, it's so much easier to face the long hours, the hard working.
Yeah. Especially because this is working in hospitality. I'm gonna be honest. It can be really, really stressful. but mentally and physically as well. So if you don't love it, I mean, it's, of course you're gonna go there with face like this, you know, and then like you don't want to do it. But once you love it, even the stress is not stress anymore.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And within your journey in your career, there's always highs and lows. Can you remember one moment in your career where you found that it was incredibly challenging, and how did you overcome it?
So definitely when my managers in my workplace, they asked me to be in charge for masterclass. So basically, I'm gonna explain you really quickly what is a masterclass for who doesn't know. So a masterclass is when you go to a bar, like okay, let's say for example, I am the bartender, and I have two guests in front of me. So I'm gonna explain them how to make a cocktail. I'm gonna explain them the story, how the ingredients I'm putting on to make this cocktail. And after I explain to them, they're gonna come behind the bar with me, and they're gonna make the cocktail from themselves. So it was like this. So I remember once I was seeing my manager doing this master class, and then he came to me saying, "Okay, Titti, be focused on this master class because next time you will do it, your master class." And me, I was like, "No, no, 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 I'm not gonna do it. I'm not ready for this," because at that time I started in my workplace since maybe 3 months, and I still wasn't so experienced like now. And he was like, "No, no, no, no worries. I believe in you. You can do it. You just watch me." But still, I was like, I wasn't believing in myself at all. I was like, "No, no, no, I'm not going to do it. I can't." And then the day of the massacre came, and still I was shaking. I was like, "No, I mean, I'm not ready. Yes, I know the story of this cocktail, but still, you know." So, well, once I had the guest in front of me, I don't know what's happened. Just the words, they came out like this. Like I start, and we had so much fun, me and these two guests. And they asked me my social media, and after 3 years, still I can see them putting likes on my on my picture. You know, it was like, oh wow, amazing. And I remember the manager. He passed by while I was he was seeing I was having fun with the guests. He looked at me, say like saying, "I knew it, you could do it." And for me, it was wow, another big
Wow.
satisfaction. Because especially when you have this kind of people that they believe in you, in yourself, is I think is amazing. Honestly, I feel so lucky. I met so many people that they believe in me, and they gave me more strength, you know, to do what I love. And it's
That's
really
incredible.
important to meet people like this.
Okay. Earlier, you mentioned that you love your job so much that you even on your days off you would ask to go to work. The sad news at the moment is that we are in COVID times. Still in lockdown. Hospitality is nowhere to be seen opening as yet. Now, tell me, how did you cope while in lockdown and not being able to work?
Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest. I'm feeling like lost. Fortunately, I have my shakers with my friends in the house. So sometimes we make the cocktails, so it's okay. But honestly, I'm taking this time to study, to learn. So I don't. I bought a few notebooks, and in each notebook, for example, each notebook is I have one for the whiskeys, one for rums. So yeah, so I'm using this time to learn more about products, about cocktail history, because anyway, it's really interesting. So yeah, but I feel lost. I cannot wait to go back to work, honestly,
No,
because
I thought you
I
would
have
say that.
other hobbies outside of my work. But my job for me is the top one. This is when my motto is do the job you love, and you will never have to work one day in your life, because I mean, I take my job as a hobby. It's like I go to work and I go behind the bar, I make the cocktails, I talk with the guests, I make friends with my colleagues, and I think it's, I mean, I make money having fun. It's amazing. So far,
That's the
like for
best
me.
of both worlds.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
incredible.
Honestly, I wish everybody could feel what I feel. I feel
Yeah.
so lucky, honestly. That
I think if everyone would to love their job so much, I think there will be much less unemployment. I think there will be, and I think employers will strive even more by having the people that can actually drive their business forward. As Richard Branson says, look after your employees; they will look after your customers.
oh, definitely. I say
So
happy staff, happy guests. Definitely.
absolutely, absolutely. That is very interesting. So, your journey has been very interesting, and I really admire your courage to step
Thank
up
you.
and say to your manager that, this is what you wanted, this is what you will do. Thinking about, the actions that you took to become a bartender, what advice would you give to someone that is looking to come and work in the hospitality industry, and work as a bartender? What advice would you give to them?
Just love this job. Nice, honestly. You just have to love, but not just being bartender. Just love the hospitality job, because I'm telling you, this job is can be really tough. It can be really stressful, but mentally and physically as well. So I mean, there are many people that maybe they stop their studying, and for them the easiest way is to work in the hospitality. But working in the hospitality is not easy as it is, basically, because behind is not just taking the order, bring the guests the drinks and the food. No, there is a study behind. I mean, you need to, I mean, I think you need to provide the best experience to your guests, because this is an experience, basically. You from the guest sit down until he leaves. So, for example, you should know all the cocktails, like, but also the story, so you can tell the guests, and you can suggest them. I don't know, maybe the best whiskey or the best rum. So there is a lot of work behind it, not just physical work, like really study. So don't think that even because you didn't go to university and you choose the bartender or waiter's job, you stop studying. No, no, it's not like this. There is a lot of study behind. So
Yeah.
yeah, just study. And another thing I want to say is, never think that because you have so many years of experience, you are the best than someone else. Because even a person that just starting doing this job, it can teach you a lot. And I tried on my skin.
Okay. That is such a beautiful message. You can always learn from other people, different things.
Yeah.
Um, if you were to give the advice where anyone that is going to come into the hospitality industry and start working, what advice what would you say? Where do you say they need to start? What they need to start?
uh, Maybe watching your colleagues around you that maybe they have more experience than you, and pick the best from them. Pick the best from them. So listen of what they say, because of course they have more experience than you. So just listen, and then just study. Go home and start. So basically, home, studying the theory, because learning the cocktail. I mean, there are like thousands of classic cocktails in the world. So you need to study them to have all the perfect measures. And then when you go at work, just practice, listen to people that have more experience than you, pick up the best from them, and then you build your own personality at work.
That's great advice, and thank you very much for sharing that. Um, okay. I'm just going to ask you, one last question.
Yeah.
No, not one last question. I have two more questions. I know that you have a cocktail that is, you created a cocktail that has your name, Titti.
Yeah.
What is the personality traits from yourself that you added to the cocktail?
So the story of this cocktail is like really, it's really simple. Like one day I just came out with this cocktail. I went to my bar manager, and honestly, I didn't know he was looking for cocktails for the new bar menu. So I just went to him with this cocktail in my hands, like, oh, can you try this cocktail if you like? He just sipped it a bit and he said, oh wow, this cocktail is really easy to drink. It's gonna be amazing in our courtyard. So yeah, I think we can put it in the menu. And I was like, really? I mean, I didn't expect this. I was like, oh wow. And then he decided to give it my name because, well, I think my name is funny. Titti is not even a name; it's more a sound, honestly. So yeah, and then it's a cocktail and it's really easy to drink. It's basically is with gin, jasmine syrup, or apple juice to give more fruity. So I mean, you can have like 6 of them and you don't feel drunk. So it's really easy to drink. And me, I'm a really easygoing person, so I think me and my cocktail we match perfectly.
Yeah, I believe that too. It's actually a very delicious cocktail. I had the pleasure to taste it. Good. And now I'm going to ask you one last question. What does the future hold for Titti?
Oh wow. Well, that's a big question. Well, my future plan is to open my own business, of course. So yeah, I hope in the future I can own my business, but in the same time, once I get this goal, I will still study and learn and yeah and keep working and study to reach my goal.
And would you say, I mean, would you say that, you know, having your own business, that's a long-term plan? Do you have any plans for the near future in terms of your career?
Well, in this time, honestly, in this period now, I only want to go back to work as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, so once I go back to work, then I can say I'm not complete, but almost.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Now, I will just ask you, is there anything that you would like to share with the people that are watching us? Do you want to leave us with a message? I will be concluding the interview very shortly.
Well, I think apart from my job, which is bartending, guys, if you still didn't find your way or your career, just keep trying. For example, I have one friend. He's 35 years old, so and he still doesn't know what to do in his life, but he keeps trying. For example, he tried bartender. He didn't like. Okay, then he tried model. He didn't like. He tried DJ. He didn't like. And until he finds his career, his his way. So just keep trying and believe in yourself. And even if you don't, just don't go down. Keep trying because one day you will make it and you will find your own way. I mean, it will happen. I'm sure
Wow.
about it. But just try. Just try. And don't, I mean, I know maybe it's hard to say, but don't choose a job just because you think is the only one you can choose for yourself. No, keep trying.
Wow. Thank you so much for that beautiful message. I do agree with you 100%. I mean, people should, you know, find a job they love. If they don't, you know, keep trying, never give up. You know, that's you know, what I say to people is, if you do the job you love, if you don't do the job you love, just enjoy just love the job you're doing in the meantime. You know, so that, you know, you can have the best of both worlds. And still, be in a place where you feel comfortable, confident, that you are working towards, what you truly want in life.
For example, if you are coming up doing a job that is not going to be the job of your life, but once you are doing it, doing as your best, because even that job that maybe it can be the worst job for you, it can teach you something.
Always. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. So, Titti, thank you so much for joining us on this interview and for sharing your story, which is very inspiring. And, I really love how, how you became a bartender and how determined you were to take risks and to really go for something that you truly, truly wanted. And I believe that's a beautiful thing for everyone to go and follow as well. We have another Career Champions interview on Thursday. We will be going live on Thursday at 2 p.m. With Mirella Silesi. Mirella is a singer-songwriter. She's from Brazil, and she came to London to study music and pursue a career in as a singer-songwriter after already having a successful career in marketing. So tune in on Thursday to hear more about the story of Mirella, and I really look forward to have you guys there. And for those of you who have joined in Instagram and on Facebook, really, really thank you so much for being here today with us. I hope you enjoy it. If you feel that it's been inspiring for you, make sure you share it with your friends, with your families, as well as your enemies. They probably will thank you for it as well. And on another note, look after yourselves and each other. Be awesome, be inspired, and be yourselves. Yeah. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I will catch up with you Tuesday, sorry, and I will catch up with you on Thursday. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.